You guys don't even need to be here though, so.
Okay. We're just super excited.
I just want to leave my office, right? Like, I just figured out from that desk, and then I'm like, oh, we're gonna be super.
Change scenery.
Hello.
Don't touch.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't touch. I could do it.
That's right. I could hear it and I'm like, but I
Right.
can't see it. I just did have my mouse down there.
I was trying to move it over here, but you were like moving it. I couldn't.
You guys get to share.
I'm gonna talk. You just got it.
So what?
I understand that. This is.
Okay.
I saw. What is it?
Haven Road. We got citizens who come by Haven Road.
Made it.
When it's that front yard, they're now still rocks, stuff on growing. There's in fact topsoil. Well, they were supposed to get something improved than what they got, which is they dug up their topsoil, they redid the roads, and then they did replace the topsoil, so now their yard isn't growing grass, and rocks. So they can't. Yeah,
Oh, that's.
I've heard that from two members, we know which one won, so.
Okay. So, well, we had that. Bunch of it.
Excellent.
All right, y'all, we have a full agenda, so I want to make sure we have enough time to get through all questions. So I will go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:31 p.m. If we can stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Clerk Domingo, if you take roll call for us, please.
Councilmember Williams, Reed, here, Jackson, here, Lawler, Davis, here, French.
Here.
Mayor Snyder.
Here. So our first item that we will be asked to vote on is to approve resolution 2024-15, which is the Oprah exemption for the Hayes block in downtown. This did come before the planning commission. It was approved by the planning commission. Assistant city manager, did you have some input on this?
This is the old, Tanner's Furniture Building on Erie Street on the south side.
Sleep center.
Huh?
It's the sleep center.
Okay, the sleep center. There you go. Yeah.
As well, there's a Sanders furniture.
Right, yeah, on the east side, yeah. on the south side.
Distinguish them, yeah.
Yeah. With a $3.4 million estimated rehabilitation cost, they're requesting a 12-year exemption. The project resulted in 8 upper-level apartments, 1 ADA accessible apartment on the first floor, and a new elevator and commercial space on the first floor. The planning commission, as the mayor stated, it approved this at the April 16th meeting.
Do you have any questions for Assistant City Manager or Attorney Harkness on this? All right. There's quite a bit of information in there under that item. Next, we'll be asked to approve resolution 24-16 to award the McIntosh Park Phase 2 project to Quality Excavators. In the packet, you have the bidding grid. And it's a note from Mickey and his team. Do we have any questions in regards to this item? Mayor Pro Tem Jackson?
Madam Mayor, so what does phase 2 look like?
The project includes a new walking trail around the perimeter of the park, parking and lighting and other park amenities. It's originally a $1 million Spark grant for phase 2 that we received, and the lowest bidder was $990,126.50.
So starting on page 67 in your packet, it does kind of outline the projects and what there's companies will be doing at McIntosh.
I see, I don't want it to hear, because sometimes they can add a little bit more. Like, the phase 2, so I want. Thank you so much.
Any other questions on this topic? Next, we're going to be asked to approve the upcoming millage, recreation millage renewal language. We will have a presentation this evening from the YMCA as to how funds have been spent this past year. We know that we have had, at least I've had individuals make outreach to me expressing their interest to continue with this, to provide dollars for recreation, not only for children, but for adults. In regards to exercise options. So I'm sure you all have also probably heard from some constituents in your precincts, expressing one way or the other. But we will be asked to have this approved or not during our regular session. Do we have any questions? Mayor Pro Tem Jackson?
Yeah. I just don't know if there was a misconception. The last meeting that like we didn't want, or I'll say myself, didn't want to have the recreation village. I like to want to just take it off completely.
Mhm.
But I still do, feel that we need to, probably redo how we do the recreation.
Mhm.
When we do the village and how we apply the funds. So that as well, because we can't continue to tax it, because I know the school, bond is very, and wasn't here. But also our roads are as well, to be able to draw individuals here. So I just have that thought around this millage. That's just taxing them a lot. But we really need accidents, and I understand about the patching and all that, but I just that's a consideration, because it's not really if you're taking something from that millage, it's not saying that we don't want them to have recreation, we don't want the adults to have recreations. There's just so many other ways that we can come up with recreation. And I'm quite sure, as Becky brings in some of her information, she can help with some of that, some way or another, still nice to stand by. So just a consideration that we all should get.
You mean Jill
That's fine.
or Becky? Who are you talking with?
Becky? I said Becky, I didn't say Jill.
No, I know, but
When she brings up her attention, because the white might be coming in there, vice versa, some of those will be her, we different conversations. Like we need to get our brains working, because in the conversation, and she's speaking of a lot of things that are yet going to go on in this, that probably would tie into for, I know we probably have enough money right now for a couple of years, so when the school is built and some of the other recreations and some of the other partners come in, that we wouldn't have to have a millage, we could use that money to go towards our streets. So I'm just saying, I think we really need to take some into consideration. Here's some of the things that she said. Because she spoke at about 3 precincts or more, and I hear her. I hear what they're trying to do as a whole to make sure that we get this bond together, and they're willing to stand up and hold up what they're talking about. So that's just a thought. Just a thought for me.
that's what we're reading.
Well, when it comes to recreation, I think we need to go back to the plan that we had before when we had the city's own director of recreation. Because yes, it's good that the seniors have it, but the seniors also have a senior center. The young kids don't have this. And, I've talked to some parents who are concerned and really with things are going now. There's very little that's going on for the kids in recreation anyway. I mean, Bill has his program and there's a couple other things, but it's not like it used to be. Like when Tillman was here or the ones that came behind him, where they had basketball, they had football, they had a lot of different things going on. And I think with our children now, if we don't keep them focused on doing positive things, they will find enough negative things that will just really mess them up early.
Yeah, and I think Jill, when she is here to present, she'll kind of touch upon the cost of having a program director. And how that comes to a pretty hefty price tag of paying somebody to actually run a program like this. What was that? I'm sorry. I didn't hear that last.
I said, we're already having a pretty hefty price tag with no service to certain people.
So again, like this is not a new millage, this is just a renewal. So this is something that we've already been paying, the taxpayers have already been paying. So I think that's something else that, when people talk about having something else taxed on them, this is not something else. This is something that's already been part of the budget. Right. Any other comments on this? Next, we're going to be asked to approve the mechanical amusement device at Family Fair.
Just a jukebox.
Is it a jukebox that we're approving?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I think you said a claw machine.
Oh, the claw machine is.
Okay, isn't there some information here?
Yeah, I believe it said a claw machine.
Right here on page 73, at the beginning of the 34.
And then there's a check mark by what type of equipment it is.
Medical devices.
Oh, yeah, there's no-
Yeah.
All right. Any questions on that? Next, we're going to be asked to approve the commercial garbage licenses for Republic, Waste Management, and Granger. Assistant City Manager.
All three of them have been vetted and cleared for the renewal, so this is just a renewal that we do every year for their licenses, so. There's no reason not to approve them.
Councilwoman Davis.
Are we ever going to get recycling?
We have recycling,
Okay, pick up separately?
not that I'm aware of. It's like what we have the contract with Granger, I believe that's a 10-year contract we have with them, so.
So it's, you separate them and put them in blue bags. That's what we have.
Mhm.
It's not ideal, but.
This one.
Now, this is just renewing their license to do business in town.
Right, commercial business.
Right.
Any questions or comments other than that?
I just mentioned that because some of the other cities our size have a separate container that you put your recyclables in and one for your garbage, but we don't have that. Okay. Nobody.
Yeah, and what's their tax base?
Next, we will be asked to approve sending members of council to the Star Commonwealth Seminar. So you have a flyer in your packet. Is there a cost for that, Councilwoman Davis?
I signed up for it. I didn't see a cost. I assumed it was free.
Okay,
Why do we need approval?
yeah.
I didn't. No,
Is-
I didn't request.
Is it because of the open meetings? Or with us all being present?
I mean, that's not.
No.
No,
I thought maybe there was a cost associated that I wasn't seeing, so.
no, I didn't see a cost when I registered.
Okay. So maybe this isn't something that we need to approve, maybe just.
I looked it up too now. Like I should. Maybe it's-
All right, next we're gonna be asked to approve Thompson Construction for the Clark Street repair. City Manager Snyder, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, it's right here. This is for the storm sewer repairs that were completed in January on North Clark Street. DPW has obtained quotes for replacing the pavement. Thompson Construction came in at $18,850.
So the Clark Street, is that the spot right next to Decker?
Yeah,
Like
right
that
here.
square
Yeah.
spot?
Mhm.
Do we have questions about this item? Before approval?
Just misspelling.
Just a couple of misspellings, which are embarrassing.
Which is embarrassing.
To activate. Agree.
Right. Next, we'll be asked to approve purchasing the parcel at the new industrial park for the water tower. In the packet, you will see information on that. This was approved by the EDC board back in April. And this just needs to come to council for final approval. Do we have questions on this item?
So I just have a question as to why the EDC is buying this and not the city? Since it's the city water department?
No, because so the EDC was already in a land contract for this,
Ah,
a
okay.
larger parcel
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Brooks Building, so it was easier
Yeah. I
to
get it.
basically parse that off, have them do
Yeah.
that, and then us buy from.
Right. Got it. I remember.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
realistically, it's an option agreement, so we're purchasing it from Brooks Building, but they did the option first because of the existing land contract.
Right, right.
Any other questions before we asked to approve? All right, next we'll be asked to approve of DPW equipment purchase. Deputy Director Kern, you have info for us on this?
Good evening, council. What I did is, we have a lot of trees down the street that are worth a lot of money. So I had a tree broker come in that we've done business with before. And they're giving us about $39,556 for 238 trees. I'd like to take that money that we got that we weren't expecting to get and buy a new, commercial mower, riding mower, then also a commercial riding blower to help blow some of these leaves. The DPW has not cycled out, much like what public safety does, buying a new mower and new machinery every year. It should. What ends up happening is that they just get beat down to the. I want to get back on that program. It's costing us money to not do these sort of things like we're doing public safety, replacing cars. So I was able to get a mower of wide area mower for our parts, which cut down putting Macintosh. Versus 3 hours. Got that at an auction, along with another riding blower. We've never had those before, and we can put them now. They're actually able to blow debris from one side of the street all the way to the other side and help clean up. So I'd like to take some of this money. I want to give it my deal through the Boda Kings. I'll get a new riding mower. Switch out the parts department and another blower. Then I would like to turn around and sell for a oldest mower. Try to recoup some of that money that we're spending.
Can we take down more trees and buy the
We actually have a really big plan for that tree farm. I think everyone's gonna like, just have it unveiled, yeah, but it's gonna be really nice. So,
like you can buy a pouch?
so we've been talking to the county, we heard what you all said, you've got a lot of quotes we're getting.
Okay.
Any chance that your blower will also suck up leaves?
Glad you asked, so I got another one that option, one that's so powerful, it goes in the back of the dump truck and it levitates cinder blocks. So we'll actually have, and then we're taking the old one that was broke, we're putting a new engine on it, so we'll have a smaller one that goes in the back of the dump truck, pickup size dump truck. That'll be for smaller areas, and then this big one we have is a hydraulic arm, it comes up. The guys at the street department did a phenomenal job, got with Athens. We saw how they were doing it. We actually bought it from them. They gave us the box and those guys were able to build one identical for a small fraction of the price. And paint it and everything. We put it in an older dump truck. It's just for doing these.
So the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. We are actually
Go
excited
back.
for these this year.
Excited.
Save me that.
So will it also pick up all those leaves that are on the, I got out and with a shovel and did my own that's along the sidewalk, but there's some more people who did not do theirs and the leaves are just packed.
Yes.
There were so many leaves when they were doing the slope, it threw it up on my grass and my grass died. And so I'm redoing.
Yes.
parts of it.
Between that and then the street sweeper we have coming out right now, we're trying to get enough traffic, but the short answer is.
Any other questions for Deputy Chief Kurt?
I had a question.
Councilman Williams?
Thank you, Mayor. The street sweeper, is that a lease or a rent?
Raise. So we're paying $11,000 for 28 days.
Okay, yeah.
The cost of that machine is $315,000. Every municipality we've talked to since then has all said about 2-year mark, they become an absolute maintenance nightmare. And you're better off
leasing them, it's cheaper than it is to keep fixing them, buying it up.
So how many times can we clean the streets in 28 days?
Quite a bit, they've been running a lot, especially at night too. Because they hit downtown area during the night and then the residential's during the day.
When you get a chance, can you email us the schedule? I know there is a schedule for the
Yeah,
street sweep.
yeah, we actually have the whole city broke down into districts.
Gotcha. Perfect.
We actually.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. At last, we'll be asked to approve Concord excavating for the Eaton Street repair. This is to you, Mr. Kip.
Again, this is for a water main replacement that was done on Eaton Street. DPW obtained quotes for replacement of the pavement. Concord Excavating came in as lowest bidder at $29,920.78.
This is for the area at
Near North Street, I believe.
Eaton.
Was there a reason there wasn't like a fee amount on this other, the one from Capital Wellspring?
I don't know. I didn't see it. So, okay. Do you know Jason or? Okay,
Yeah, it looks like they probably messed up, but
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've been, Director, Garrett and Deputy Chief Kern, we've been talking about trying to maybe bid this out so that these, jobs can be done by contracting or contacting somebody that's already bid this out for like a 3-year bid period, maybe. Instead of trying to get estimates for each individual one that we get as we go along. So that's something that we're looking into. So that might give us, maybe a cheaper cost overall by having somebody bid it out for a 3-year period, and then we just call them up and have them fix them when we need them fixed instead of this process. So. Yeah.
Any other questions on this topic? So at this time, I'll go ahead and open up to public comment. If there's anybody in the gallery that would like to stand and address council, you may do so at this time. Just give us your name and address, and 3 minutes is yours.
Mary Slater, 803 South Superior, Albion. I'm here to make an announcement and, so Haley told me that this was gonna be on the agenda, it's for the city council to approve. I didn't see it on here.
It's part of our
Okay,
consent calendar.
okay. All right, so I'll just pop in a couple minutes, tell you what it's about. So the City of Albion Arts Commission, in cooperation with Salem United Church of Christ, is sponsoring an arts and crafts fair in Provo Park. It's called Art Under the Tower. I think this is unique. I don't know that we have this kind of thing before in Albion. The park lends itself very well to this kind of venue. It's got sidewalks and grassy areas. So far, I had over 20 people that are committed, and then a bunch of babies. We have food trucks, we have food booths, we have both arts and crafts. We have parking, the Apostolic Church has agreed to let us use their parking lot. I arranged for a porta potty, I arranged for overnight security. The dates are June 28 and 29 from 3 to 8 on Friday evening and 10 to 3 on Saturday. I've got some cards here to announce it. And
That's all right.
so, I would, if anybody knows artisans and craftspeople, please refer them to me. And I'm open for questions.
Do we have any questions for Mary in regards to this event? So, as we all know, Mary's on the Arts Commission, so they've been doing a lot of great work, doing different areas, different times of the year, to make sure the arts are still prominent in our community.
I should say too that we do have a grant from the Community Foundation that we are working with. However, I am charging a small fee for the booths.
And so Mary, is your contact info on here?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Just in case anybody like is listening and they wanna, okay,
So Mary _Slater@hotmail.com.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mary.
That's it. Very good story.
Anybody else in the gallery who'd like to stand and address council? Not seeing any. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned 6:55 PM, 6:56 PM. Don't go far. We'll be back at